Listen, I did it. I'll admit, it's gonna make me seem like your boy out here reneging. If you guys don't know what that is a term used for, it's a space terminology that people like myself in the inner cities we use for basically going back on what you said. You guys remember the team of the week, DeMarco Murray, the 92 overall. And I was like, there's really no sense in me getting it because I already have the 89 and it's +1 like everything. So it's really not that big of a difference. Now, when I was buying every single pack, every single bundle, I was just going ahead and get the card regardless of the upgrades. Even if they were minuscule because they're the newer card and I want to see how they do. Even though it does have +3 chucking, and people have been telling me that card is beast. It's actually kind of wanting me to get the card because a lot of people have been hitting me up on Twitter like, yo, this card is something serious. But I got JJ Watt, man. I caved in. I know they're gonna be like, oh, there goes Nelson. The reneging GS. How you gonna sit here and talk about how minuscule the upgrades are on DeMarco Murray, and then you go get the most feared JJ Watt when the upgrades are minuscule? Listen, I just hold JJ Watt close and dear to my heart. His cards are always terrible, but I always get them, each and every single one of them. I always get the Watts. Why? I don't know. They usually don't do too good for me. Now. We going ahead and we take a look. We'll compare. And you're going to see that there's not that much of a difference. +1 speed, +1 strength, +1 excel, +1 tackle, +1 block shed, +1 power move. Same finesse move and same play rec. So it's just really not that much of a difference. Everything's the same. But we also have the most feared chemistry. So we are actually able to add another block shed and another power move. So that right there goes up +2, and I believe strength is 1 as well. Not really sure. It's just something about JJ Watt I just always have to get, man. I caved in. I kept looking at the card. I was like, I don't need it. I don't need JJ Watt. I don't. If anything, just get the 91. They're pretty much the same thing. Haley's been a beast for me, and I highly recommend Haley because he's really, really good. But JJ Watt, it's like he's my favorite NFL. I caved in, man. I caved in. You can see the upgrades that he gets: +1 strength, +1 block shed, +1 power move, and that brings him up to a 95 overall. All of the additions he's able to get with his most feared upgrades. So, really looking at it now, I was like the Sean Lee team of the week is an upgrade because those are two. It was +2 in really big attributes: zone, play rec. Those are really big things that you want +2 in, not like, agility. I mean, there's nothing wrong with agility, definitely is helpful, but with DeMarco Murray, like instead of +3 chucking, if it was +3 speed, that's huge. +3 elusiveness because his trucking is already good. That's huge. To add on to is already beast trucking. But I feel like, +2 block shed and +2 power move definitely should help this card be, helpful. Sorry for the lack of content recently. We've been just going crazy, acting like a madman. Me and my fiance were in the process of trying to get a loan for a house. Got some good news, some bad news. The good news is that we, okay. Well, if you guys been following my live stream recently, you guys know that since I've done YouTube, and you're like, yo, you're just gonna facepalm, like, really, Nelson? This is what we're doing? I've never paid my taxes. Now, whenever you do YouTube, all the money you get, and Twitch, all the money you get is tax-free. I hate that. I hate that, but everything you get is tax-free, so at the end of the year, you have to go and you have to, do your taxes and claim your, assets, dependents, and all that stuff. And you have to, look at your wages and see what you owe the IRS. So I've never done it since 2012, right? And the IRS never hit me. Eventually, they're going to come get your boy, right? Eventually, it's going to happen. But it's like, you know what? Let's just get it squared away. I know I owe the IRS quite a bit, so we do our taxes, and once everything is down, because we're trying to get a house, and in order to get a house, I have to show how much I made. And when you're self-employed, I don't get a W-2. So a W-2 would be all I would need to show, proof of how much I make. And, because of all that stuff, because we're technically self-employed, I have to show, the mortgage broker, lender, whatever you want to call them, my tax return so they can see how much I'm making. So once we figured that out, I was like, okay, you know what? We got to stop playing around. Let's go on ahead. Let's do our taxes. That's why there haven't been a lot of videos lately, where we've just been trying to do a lot of things. So we did our taxes, and it turns out, your boy owes about $17,000 for the past few years. Is what it is. I gotta owe $17,000. Now, I did my paperwork, and I filed my taxes, and I didn't file yet. I got the paperwork done, and I was approved because of what I'm making, and my credit score and all that stuff. I was approved for a $260,000 loan, which is like a lot. That's way more than I ever thought of. Like, that's great. We could buy a house for, $220, and invest that other $40,000, for, towards the house and stuff like that, which is great. But he's like, are you planning on paying your taxes? And I'm like, yeah, absolutely. So he's like, yeah, well, once we get that, you're good. You're approved. We just need to see that, basically you're not lying about this is how much you make in a year. Because that's a loan fraud. You don't want to do that. So, we've just been driving around, busy, going, seeing people, getting paperwork done, and trying to get all this stuff done. So, apparently, which I found out, see, this is good for all you guys who are doing YouTube, who are doing Twitch. Do your taxes, man. They always say save 20%. So, I was thinking, you know what? They could put everything all together. If they want me to pay everything in one shot, I could. It'll just take me a few months to save everything up. But I was like, if I could be put on a payment plan, that's the best case scenario. Put me on a payment plan, then I can go to the mortgage, lender and be like, hey, I'm on a payment plan, which he said it's okay. If I'm on a payment plan, as long as I get the paper showing that they accept, my taxes and the wages and income and all that stuff. But, see, this is life lessons with Nelson Lee Marrero. But, you cannot, the guy who's doing our taxes, you cannot be put on a payment plan unless your taxes are up to date, which mine are not. I owe 4 years worth. And this year, I've already made more this year than I did last year. Last year, my taxes were 12, close to 13,000 is what I owe. I've already made more this year, so I already know I'm going to owe more. On top of, I stopped buying packs a little while ago, which helps me save money. But that's also, I can claim that whenever I do my taxes, this is how much money I spend, for my business. That's, business related, and whatnot. So, the packs I am able to claim, at the end of the year, get a portion of it back, So since I kind of stopped, basically, long story short, man, we're going to pay 2012, 13, 14 all in one shot. 2015, we're going to request to be put on a payment plan. And that's probably, 12, it was like 12,500. So that's about $1,000 a month. I'll have to pay, which I can easily do. And so I'm excited. I'm just going into details on why we didn't have videos. Me and my fiance, we're doing a lot of things, man. We're hoping to have the house within the next few months. We just got to get our taxes squared away. We should be finalizing the last step this Sunday after church. We got to, we're going to look for a multi-family house. If you guys don't know what that means, like I didn't, it's a 2-family house. So we want to be able to have our house. We want to be able to rent out whatever other side we're not going to live in, just so we can have some income coming in. And then we plan on maybe 4 or 5 years eventually being able to get a single family home. But for now, we're going to start off with a multi-family house. And we're starting to plan our wedding, which we would like to have in August. We are hoping to set a date of August 5th of next year. That's what we're hoping for. Then we also have our honeymoon that, we're trying to get squared away. We want to go to Bora Bora. It's a 19-hour flight, y'all. 19-hour flight. But that's where she wants to go. Listen. Happy wife, happy life, man. I tell her this is her day. Whatever she wants, she gets in her wedding. However she wants it done. Wherever she wants it. I wanted it in Puerto Rico on the beach. But, she'd rather have a cheaper wedding so we can go out to Bora Bora for about 5 days. And that's going to cost us about $7,500 to go out to Bora Bora. And, the call to get married on Puerto Rico, to get married on a beach, probably would have cost us, I don't know, that probably would have been like $20,000, $25,000. Get married out there would have been expensive. It would have been expensive. I'm still hoping she changed her mind, but she has her mind pretty much made up. She wants to have the wedding down here, and then, she wants her honeymoon in Bora Bora. But nonetheless, should be okay with getting back to regular content. I'm just trying to do grown folk stuff here. So, hey, listen, all you guys who do YouTube and all this stuff, save 20%. Save 20% of everything you're getting, which I should have done, but I haven't. So now I'm going to start in 2017. As soon as I get my money, I'm going to send 20% to my fiance. I finally got her to get a PayPal card. So as soon as the money comes in, we'll just ship it straight to her. 20% right off the book. Bam, this is what I made. 20% straight to you. Hold that. And then at the end of the year, we'll have our taxes covered out. We won't even have to be, where we are now. So been trying to do a lot of things, man. Trying to do grown folk stuff. But I did play the first few games with this JJ Watt. So you will be seeing some JJ Watt gameplay a little later. Hopefully you guys are looking forward to that. Do your taxes, The IRS, didn't hit me up yet, so I was still under the grapevine, baby. They still ain't know about me yet. They still ain't know. Wait a minute, man. Nelson and Bridgeport's making all this tax-free money. Oh, we gonna need to see him. Uncle Sam need to pay a visit. But they got me, y'all. They're like, oh, really? You want to buy a house? You need a loan? Yeah. Well, we need to see them tax papers. And I'm like, damn it! You're forcing me to go to the IRS. Oh man. Which I was going to do eventually. Ain't nobody trying to hide. I just didn't go about it the right way. But, we owe quite a bit. We owe a clean $19,000 or something like that. So, we're going to get that squared away. I'm not looking forward to it. I blame YouTube for giving us tax-free money. Why can't they just tax it? I know, because that legally makes us an employee. And then they have to be responsible for offering health care and all this other stuff that they don't want to be responsible for. And man, and people can be like, you see what you should have saved your money. I'm not in trouble. I'm able to, pay off the taxes and stuff like that. It's just, gotta do what you gotta do, man. But we're hoping to pay all that stuff off. Hoping to get married next summer. Have an amazing honeymoon. Be able to purchase our first house. We got approved for the loan. They just need to verify with the IRS papers that is actually how much I make a year, so they know, I'm not lying to them and we're not trying to, do loan fraud and all that stuff. So I'm actually looking forward to everything coming up, man. To pay 2012, 13, and 14, I think is going to be all of, I think like $6,000. It's probably going to cost me $6,000. So I'm going to have to pay that off immediately. So next Sunday, we're probably going to have to send an IRS a nice check of about $6,000. Once that gets approved, then I can submit 2015, and then I can request a payment plan for that year, and then I can go on ahead and get our loan, and then me and my fiance could go house shopping, man. I'm excited. Hopefully, you guys see me come a long way, man. You guys see me come a long, long way. For those of you who don't know, I'm over here rambling. For those of you who don't know, when I came back from Florida with my ex, I came to stay. Me and my son came to stay with my mother, and we were gonna stay here until me and Elizabeth saved enough, because we moved from Florida because everything went downhill. I went from making $2,000 a month, which was, you know, more than I was making at Walgreens at the time, to about $800 a month. Our rent alone out there was $900. I couldn't even afford that, so had to come back, you know, this way, and we were gonna save money to get a place. And then I found out everything she did, all the cheating, all the yada yada yada, all the other stuff, and all the other stuff. So been staying with Mama for quite a bit. Mama been holding it down. You know, Mama definitely been holding it down. But, you know, now it's time to, I'm excited, man. Me and my fiance will be purchasing our first home soon. And I could go on forever of just how much of a dream this is coming true. But anyways, we got JJ Watt. I caved in. I done reneged on what I said. My bad. Listen, I have a big spot for JJ Watt in my heart. It's your boy GS, man. I'll see you guys next video. Peace!